Welcome, and let's solve this beautiful geometry puzzle together. We are given a square that measures 5 units, and inscribed are one, a quarter circle and a full circle. These two are touching each other at this point and also touching the size of the square. And the question is to calculate the radius of this particular circle. Now, what do you do? This is just so easy. Relax. I will take you through that step by step. Now, to answer this, to find the radius of this particular circle, all you need to do is just to remember this theorem. Let me help you to remember that. These are two circles that are touching each other at this point. This is the point of tangency. And we said that the center of this circle and the center of this one, these 3 points are collinear. They form a straight line. So with this theorem, it's going to help us. This is what we call the tangency theorem. Now let's see how this helps us in answering this question. Now go back. For this quarter circle, remember that this is the center. This is the center of the quarter circle, and this is also the center of this circle. And this point becomes the point of tangency, just like we have it here. So we said that these 3 points are collinear. They form a straight line. Now we're going to join this together to have. So this is what we have. We join it gradually. This is the straight line we have formed. Now, what other information do we need for us to answer this question? Remember that from here to here is the radius of this quarter circle. And also remember, the radius is the line from the center touching any part of the circumference. This is the arc, which is the circumference of this circle. Now, what it means is that if from here to here is 5, automatically from this end to this end also measures 5 units. What other information do we need for us to answer? Let's go back to the diagram. Now, remember the question gave us that from here to here is the radius. Automatically from this center to this point is also the radius. Remember also that for each time you have a circle drawn and there is a line, a tangent line touching it at this point, we said that the line from the center, which is the radius, is perpendicular with this tangent line, the same tangency theorem. Now go back, you see that this is the radius, and this line, this side of the square has become a tangent line to the circle. Automatically, this makes a right angle at this point. It makes right angle here. From here to here is radius, as we know. We can also generate another radius from here to touch this end. So we're going to have, let's adjust this. So join this to this point we have. So let's join it. And this is what we have. We can also extend it to touch the vertex of this square. So if you do that, this is what we have. You see, we have completed that straight line. But the question is, do we know this length from this end to this end? Do we know that length? Remember, it's not the same with the radius of this small circle. The radius is from here touching this part, which is the radius. But we want to know the total length. So how do we get this total length? If we can get this total length, add it to this one we have and this 5, it will help us in answering this question. So to get this total length, you have noticed that this part has formed a right angle triangle. Did you see? Because this has right angle there, according to what we stated there. Now let's bring this part of the right triangle out. Also observe that the radius can also be gotten from here down to this end. This is also our radius. And if from here to here is radius, automatically from this end to this end will also be radius. What do? Bring out this part of the triangle out. To do that, we have, so this is what we have. It's right angles here. This length measures R. From here to here measures R. We want to know this length. The side that is opposite to this right angle is the longest side, which is the hypotenuse. So we can label this length H. Applying our Pythagorean theorem, we are going to now have, so this gives us the longest side, which is the side opposite to the right angle, square it. It should be equal to the square of the two legs summed. So we square r and also square r. Simplifying this, we are going to now have h squared is equal to, this will give us 2r squared. To get h, we need to remove the square. And to do that, h will be square root of 2r squared. And remember to take square root, each time you want to remove square, you take the positive and negative. But because we are interested, the height can never be negative. We're only going to concentrate on the positive square root. So this is the same as we having, let's take it to this part. And if you are returning viewer, thank you for always choosing to learn through us. If you are still new, why not subscribe for the more you get? Make sure your notification bell is on because you have updates from us. And if you love what, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. So we keep solving to have. This gives us h is equal to, this is the same as root 2 multiplied by root r squared. It's also the same with this. If simplifying, h will give us root 2. This square cancels the square root, so we multiply by r. And this gives us h is equal to r root 2. So this is our h. And remember, your h is this length from here down to this, gives you the h. Now, what do? Since you have gotten this tiny length, we can also get, remember that this is a square and it also right angles at this point. So we are going to bring out the bigger right triangle. Did you see that this has given us a right angle triangle? Let's bring out this bigger one so that we can use it to find the radius. And if you do that, this is what we have. So we now have this, join this. From here to here, remember, for a square, all the sides are equal. And if this length measures 5, this also measures 5. So this total length is 5. Here is also 5. Now, do we know this length? Yes. Go back. From here to here has given us 5. So it's going to be 5 plus. From here to here gave us r. So we have r plus. Then from here to here is this length, which you have found to give us r root 2. So what do? We're also going to apply our Pythagorean theorem on this. Let's do that together to have. Applying our Pythagorean theorem also, you remember that this length is the hypotenuse because it's opposite to the right angle. So it's going to give us, this will give us 5 plus r root 2. We are going to square it. Is equal to, this will give us 5 squared plus, these are the two legs, so you square and sum. So this is what we have. Keep solving, we have 5 plus r root 2 all squared is equal to, 5 squared is 25 plus 25. And this gives us 5 plus r root 2 all squared is equal to, add this, it gives you 50. And what do? We are going to remove this square. So we are going to have 5 plus r root 2 is equal to, we're only going to take the positive square root because we are working with sides. So we are having positive square root of 50. And this will give us 5 plus r root 2 is equal to, remember that 50 is the same as 25 multiplied by 2. And this will give us 5 plus r root 2 is equal to root of 25 multiplied by root 2. We keep solving to have 5 plus r root 2 is equal to, square root of 25 is 5. We have 5 root 2. Let's collect like terms. We are going to take this 5 to the right side. So in that case, we subtract 5 from both sides. And this gives us, this takes off. We have r plus r root 2 is equal to 5 root 2 minus 5. And at this point, we are going to factorize. Factorize r. R will be out. R divides r is 1. This will give us root 2 is equal to 5 root 2 minus 5. And what do? We want to get r, so we divide by 1 plus root 2. Do it on the both sides. So when you do that, this will take off, and we are left with r is equal to 5 root 2 minus 5 divided 1 plus root 2. You can't leave it this way. At this point, we are going to rationalize. And to rationalize, we use the conjugate of the denominator. And for the conjugate will be 1 minus root 2. So we're going to use this conjugate to multiply the two parts of this fraction. Let's do it together to have. R will give us 5 root 2 minus 5 divided by 1 plus root 2. We now rationalize. You multiply by the conjugate. So we have 1 minus root 2 divided by 1 minus root 2. What do we do at this point? We are going to distribute. And to do that, we are going to now have R is equal to, use this to multiply this. So we're going to use this to multiply this and also use it to multiply this. Let's do it together. 5 root 2 multiplies 1 gives us 5 root 2. 5 root 2 multiplies negative root 2 is going to give us negative 5 root 2. Root 2 will be 2, so you square it. Did you see that? Now what do you do next? We are going to go with this. Use negative 5 to multiply. This will give us negative 5. Also use it to multiply this, and that will give us negative times negative is positive. 5 times root 2 is 5 root 2, and that is divided by. Now for this, just remember that for each time you have a minus b and a plus b and a minus b multiplying is the same as a squared minus b squared. Use your difference of two squares. So what do? You see that this is of this form. So we're going to put it in a square form, and that will give us 1. This is our a and this is b. So it gives us 1 squared minus root 2 or squared. Keep solving. We are going to now have our r is equal to 5 root 2 minus, this square we cancel the square root. You have 5 times 2 to give you 10 minus 5 plus 5 root 2, and that is divided by 1 squared is 1, and this we cancel, we have 2. Keep solving. R is equal to, this and this are the same, so we can add them, and that will give us 10. Just add their coefficients. 5 plus 5 is 10, and that gives you 10 root 2. Then add this, it gives us negative 15 is divided by 1 subtract 2 gives us negative 1. So what do we do? R will give us, use this to divide each. It gives us 10 root 2 divided by negative 1 and negative 15 divided by negative 1. And this gives us, R will give us negative 10 root 2. This will give us positive 15. So it's the same thing as having R is positive 15 minus 10 root 2. So this gives us the radius of this circle and is in units. Then we can also leave it in decimal. Just kill this in the calculator. We have it that R is approximately 0.86. So this is the value of our radius in decimal, and this is in short form. And I hope you really learned something. Don't forget to tell us how much. Like, share this video. I'll also be curious to see your own methods. Thank you for always choosing to learn through us. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Have a lovely day. Bye.